What's up, guys? Just a few clips here from a day we played a bunch of RMP. We were struggling to climb the wall a lot earlier in the session and started getting it together as we went on. Figured I'd give a brief commentary during the game, so hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so we start out in Lordaeron. We aim to intervene my red Paladin so that he doesn't get sapped. I kind of screw this up a little bit as a Kodo. You got to stay really close to your target of intervene. So I get sapped when it's cast on him, and we try and immediately get pressure on the priest. We can't really outlast RMP, so we kind of have to zug it as hard as we can. These guys are really good. Tempt is a very high rated player. And as you can see, I trinket the kidney and immediately get cheap shotted. And that's that. Okay, we got Lordaeron again. Same situation. I'm going to want to veen my red Paladin. This time I do the right thing and stay close to him. Unmounted. I'm sapped. I Zerker out of that. I eat his cheap shot because I still have intervene on. I'm setting that because I don't want to trinket it. And I immediately pop all my stuff and intercept the kill target. So the Master Spell is bubble. We're still really pressuring quite hard. And we get kills pretty much at the same time. We trade. So now it's a classic warrior shaman versus rogue mage, which does not usually or generally ever favor, the warrior shaman, but they've already spent quite a bit and it's a little bit messy, and that's obviously the best case scenario against their type of setup, is to make it messy and kind of go off their script. So here we have it. Frostbite. Then he gets the Nova off, and I'm bound to eat a full sheep. You can only stop so much. I have no trinket, and this is looking really bad at this point. He gets Shatter Kidneyed. He resists that Nova, which is very, very huge. Probably would have died right there. It seems to resist another Nova, or maybe it's on DR. And then I'm actually able to play for a moment. I got a lucky Mace stun. This is enormous. We had no chance otherwise. I get a fear off for a second, able to get an intercept on, do a lot of damage in this window, and then the polymorph is imminent. So it's all up to Jeff right now at this point. He's battling like a god. He kills the rogue, and then this mage is looking like it's gonna finish him. He somehow gets a heal off, grounds the counter spell, and that's the game. Game 3, Lordaeron again, which is probably a map that favors us quite the most because it's so close and we need to rush. Do the same thing. I intervene my Paladin and we're running in. I get sapped. I Zerker Rage out of that, and we want to go on your bugs immediately. Just a ton of pressure, and my Paladin's out of loss, so he can't get the Master Spell if he bubbles right now. It's just not really looking good for them. So he bubbles and immediately silences at the same time, protecting himself, and Twist is, twisting your pugs right off. It's GG. The Grand. Same team, same strategy. Intervene, break the sap, and we'll start off on the mage. We'll hopefully get a weapon proc on him to slow his cast a little bit with those bleeds. As soon as I see ear pugs, I'm going on him. You'll see that my Paladin is going to throw some CC into the mage to disrupt his go on our shaman just to survive at this point. And our shaman is lining with a bop right now perfectly, so he can't, get beat on by the rogue and no incoming damage is occurring. At this point, they are just in quicksand and the match is over. Although the priest dies, there is still a bit of a worry because of how strong this mage rogue combination is, especially towards shaman. So they still make a last go. I can't get a single snare on this guy due to dodge, full blinded, and our paladin is sheep. I believe Jeff resists a kidney right there, which is pretty gigantic. He may have lived, or we may have won regardless, but still a close game. GG. Last game of the video. This was earlier in our session when we were trying to, having trouble climbing the wall. We were trying a little bit different strategies here. We wanted to see what would work, if we could play a little bit tighter. So I get the sap at the start, I pummel the first polymorph, and we're just going to try and play as tight to the, pillar as we can and not get stretched out by these, this really good CC chains that they have. So we decide to pressure this mage really hard. He blocks early. We get blocked and paints up already, but they're swapping to me at this point. It's a little bit scary. I'm going to have to kite around the pillar. Big sweeping strikes push right here, and I think we get his last block. So now it's looking really good to just keep punishing this mage, but obviously it's a mage and they kite really well. At this point though, they're so on the back foot that just continuing the pressure is gonna work. I figure it's time to swap to the rogue, and the mage is pretty spent. All we need is just consistent damage, and the rogue's going nowhere. It's out of cooldowns, as you can see. Gladdy. And he's done. So, definitely a little bit sketchier, a little bit more drawn out, but, both seem to work. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed.